That's bright.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, friends, and welcome to another episode of TV is Our Real Mom. I'm Dave.
I'm Catie.
And you are listening to our weekly Survivor recap podcast in which we break down the latest episode of Survivor. And we apologize. We did a podcast Thursday night, was it?
Yeah.
Thursday night we podcasted on episode 6. And for some reason the sound didn't work. Like, there was no sound on it, even though we did a video on Westworld right after that.
And that worked.
And the sound was fine in the same settings, so don't ask us why. But we thought we'd just do a quick second video just to,
for those of you who do watch.
Yeah, just to make up for that one that didn't work.
Right.
Maybe they'll end up... Google said they were working on it, but we'll find out.
Can you really count on Google for much?
They got a lot of shit going on.
So I'm not holding my breath.
Yeah, but if they get to it, there'll be 2 podcasts for this episode.
Which maybe is okay, because we finally get to celebrate me being right and Figgy going home.
Yeah, that's right. You've been calling it for the last...
I've only been calling it because I wanted her to go home.
Yeah,
and she's pretty... I find her intolerable. I know a lot of people did. Maybe she would have been okay on her own, but with Taylor, it was so much worse.
Yeah.
And this episode, they were at the height of their disgustingness, and so it was... There was 2 timelines I could see happening. Either Taylor and Figgy are responsible for the ouster of Ken, which
boy.
I found I couldn't even bear to think about it. And then what happened, which was they got Adam to do the right thing and vote out Figgy. So thank God that was the course that the timeline took.
It was the light timeline.
The right timeline.
The right light timeline, and yes, Figgy goes home. I guess we might as well just jump right into... What do you think about Adam's decision? Is this the right decision for Adam's game?
I don't see any way that it's not the right decision. Because everyone's talking about sticking with the numbers, but that never pans out anyway. And if he had stuck with the Millennials, I mean, you've got 9 Millennials left. 7 of them were higher than Adam was. So why would he want to stick with that when he has Ken literally promising him his life in this game?
Mm-hmm.
And why wouldn't you take that?
Yeah, it's the obvious choice. And I kind of think of Michaela at the end of the challenge. I think it was the immunity challenge. She's like, if y'all can't stick together, y'all deserve to get voted out or something.
And I think that she had a secret agenda that she just wanted Figgy to go home.
Yeah.
Maybe maybe I'm giving Michaela too much credit for how much she hates Figgy. But, if worse comes to worse, Figgy goes home. And or Taylor. That's not bad for her.
Yeah. I thought she was referring to the Millennials, though, when she said that. She was like, if you can't stick together, you deserve to go home. But I thought she was making it known that she wanted Millennials to stick together.
No, she was. Yeah. But I'm saying that's what she said out loud.
Oh,
but maybe in her mind, she's like, if Figgy goes home, I'm not going to lose sleep over it.
Yeah, I think maybe you're giving her too much credit.
Yeah, I think I am too.
Yeah. I do feel like Michaela in this episode is starting to come off like I'm starting to question her a little bit.
I've heard that in some conversations. Michaela's starting to... I don't know. Maybe it's just getting to be a little too much. I find her entertaining. I could listen to her talk all day.
Don't get me wrong. Entertainment value, fantastic. But as far as gameplay, I think she's getting a little too abrasive. It never ends well when you get too abrasive with people.
Yeah, but to be fair, I've thought that about Michaela from the beginning, with that whole how she just started a fight with Figgy in front of everybody.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, that's probably not the way to go, but I think it's reached a point where everybody's like, that's just Michaela. And maybe that's enough of who she is. She's being so authentic to who she is that people are just okay with it.
Yeah, and maybe they'll see it as oh, Michaela's so abrasive, nobody likes her.
Yeah.
I should take her to the end because no one's going to vote for the bitchy girl,
Yeah, because it's unclear at this point how people actually feel about her. They respect her challenge prowess, and when she got the fire going, Brett was really happy for her, but it really remains to be seen how, as a whole, people really truly feel about Michaela.
Responding to it, yeah.
Yeah. Hannah's not happy with her this week. I know that.
Yeah, was that a secret scene or just...
No, when
just
the challenge, she was yelling at her, yeah. And Hannah did, in a secret scene, talk about how she felt pretty hurt by that. But...
Yeah, as much as it was kind of funny, I didn't really appreciate it. I thought they still would have done okay in the challenge if she would have done some coaching with a little bit different attitude, but it comes across as it just came across as, Hannah, you're an idiot. I'm the master. Listen to me. I made you win. Like, it's a little much. And yeah, Michaela's probably definitely the stronger challenge competitor. And,
well, Hannah passes out when she's not even in a challenge.
So, I mean, she deserves to be the coach, but there's better ways to coach, and I didn't appreciate the way she
here's the thing. There's
talking to her.
I've had conversations with people in my normal life where they say things like, oh, that's just who I am. Like, that's their excuse for bad behavior. And I'm like, well, maybe you should alter who you are in certain cases because, it's coming off in such a way that's hurting other people. If you can't just say that's who I am as an cover all your bases excuse because who you are then is affecting people negatively around you.
Yeah.
And when she's in the heat of competition, clearly no one can rein her in or stop. She can't control herself. But I don't know. Maybe after the show she'll step back and look. Because how many times, after college and she's in her mid-20s or whatever, if you're not on Survivor, how many situations are you going to be, like, competing?
Yeah.
She's going to be one of those people who plays intramural volleyball and takes it so seriously that it's not fun for everybody who just wants to go out and drink afterwards.
Yeah, I can see that happening for sure. So yeah, let's talk a little bit about Hannah's panic attack situation. It's always kind of scary. I mean, like, it's, I mean, somebody says their hands are going numb, and it's the same thing with Paul. Like, I was scared for Paul when that started happening to him. Your hands are going numb and your face is tingling. I mean,
so how was Joe so quickly able to diagnose Paul's dehydrated, but Hannah's just having a panic attack? Like, he knew, but they were both having different things, but their symptoms sounded very similar.
I don't know. I think age comes into play. Like, Paul's risk factor for actual heart disease goes up dramatically.
Yeah, but that's not what was happening to him. Like,
no.
Joe was able to say, you're exhausted, heat exhausted.
Yeah.
You're having a panic attack.
Yeah, that's a good question because I do feel like I kind of wondered when I heard Paul's symptoms, I was like, I think he's having a panic attack.
Oh,
like,
really?
Yeah, so like, because that's something, I have some anxiety issues and I've had a couple panic attacks in my life, so I really feel for Hannah here. Like, most people don't understand like what it's like. And yeah, you have real physical symptoms when this happens, and your hands can go numb, your face can tingle, and it can be scary because that's like the symptoms of heart disease. Yeah. So it's sort of like it's a snowball effect, right?
Yeah, because when you think you're having a heart attack, you're gonna panic.
Yeah. So I really feel for Hannah. Like, a lot of people are gonna be like, "Oh, she's weak, she sucks," but it's a real thing. Anxiety.
I think she handled it well.
She did.
But in a secret scene, Brett was talking to the rest of his tribe, because Brett knows that he and Sunday are on the bottom, but Brett was throwing her under the bus. Like, look, she's the weakest link. You gotta stick with me. I mean, he wasn't saying it.
Yeah, that's my MVP.
He was very subtle about it. So no, he's getting screwed by the swap. If they can win the next challenge and maybe there's another swap or something, he'll be okay. But if that tribe ever goes to tribal council, I'm quite worried for him.
For Brett, yeah, he just doesn't. He seems to be like an easy target, like the big doughy guy.
Well, I think the thing that sucks is I think he gets along really well. Michaela even said she likes Sunday and Brett better than the millennials that she's with, but
she seems to be,
she's loyal.
Let's stick with the millennials. Yeah. You're dumb to flip.
And then the preview for next week, they show Michaela, Will, Jay, and Hannah planning out their final four.
Powwowing.
And Michaela's leading the charge.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So yeah, Brett and Sunday have to be worried, and I have to assume that they would get out Brett before Sunday. So Brett better watch out.
Yeah, because Brett could get back with Chris. I mean, if he's let on that was his person, you know.
Yeah.
If he's smart,
I don't think
he seems like he's smart. He
wouldn't let that on, but they would probably assume that anyways.
He could have told them that I'm on the bottom. Yeah, they didn't like me.
Yeah, who knows?
Which is kind of
true.
But
yeah, as much, I have a history of doubting my MVPs, but I really do believe that Brett is probably pre-merge boot.
No, I don't know. I think next week there might be another swap. I'm serious.
Ooh, really? Oh, boy.
Yeah, well, just because of the commercial was like, you know how they space out the last three words? I don't remember what they were, but like, everything changes. Something along those lines.
Yeah.
So. And someone was like, oh my God.
Oh my God, this is unprecedented.
And they were standing, you know how they stand at the beginning of challenges?
Yeah, waiting, like something's happening.
I feel like something might be happening.
Yeah, okay. Let's see here, what do we got? We talked about Hannah's panic attack. definitely needed to cover that.
Yeah, it was definitely newsworthy.
Jay finds an idol in this.
Jay found an idol and he got bamboozled by Michaela. She walked in on them. So now 3 of the 4 millennials on that tribe know that Jay has an idol.
Yeah. Do you think they'll try to use it against him or stick to... It sounds like from the powwow thing that they're going to try to stick together.
Emotional and volatile, but I think she's super loyal and stick to the plan.
Yeah.
And I think that if she, like she said, if she
gets wind of something about her,
it's going to be necessary. Hell yeah, that's something you put in your back pocket and you just wait until it becomes relevant to your situation. So she played it right.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't see them targeting Jay anytime soon because of it, like flushing the idol. I see them trying to use it as a group, even though Jay might not have plans to use it as a group.
Right.
Everybody always wants to assume, since I was there when he found it, I'm part of this, and maybe they'll use it on me.
Said that in another secret scene. Jay said that to Will, like, yeah, you and me to the end. Now, whether he means it, I don't know, but Will said he has no intention of taking Jay to the end.
Yeah, I mean, how much can you believe anybody anymore when they say you and me to the end?
Knowing that the end is 21 days from now, and so much can happen.
Because to me, that's just something... It's like a given in Survivor that you tell everybody, you and me to the end.
Yeah.
Because if everybody thinks it's you and them to the end...
But then if people find out you tell everybody, then you become the target.
That's the problem.
So you really do have to have one for real.
I heard you told them that it was you and me to the end, and then you're playing that...
That's such a Big Brother thing.
Then you're playing the game of I never said that to everybody, you know.
He said, she said. Yeah.
It's tough.
That's where it comes down to. You do have to have someone you kind of trust because you're going to believe them over everybody else, whether or not they're telling you the truth.
Which is why, I mean, Figtails, they had something, strong going. It was two people. It was 2 people that they knew absolutely without a doubt they had each other.
Yeah, and that's why it was so infuriating to watch Figgy be like, it's no different than Ken and Jessica. And it's like, dude, Ken
totally
wrote
different.
Jessica's name down the last time they went to tribal council. It's slightly different.
Yeah, way different.
Oh,
sorry.
Like those 2 just had an entitled, easy path to where they got, and so they, like the rest of their life probably,
like
and I'm assuming
all millennials,
beautiful millennials,
all beautiful millennials.
They had kind of an easy road and didn't have to work too hard to get where they were, and so they assumed that the rest of the game was going to be like that.
Yeah.
And so that's why when she got voted out, she was on the verge of tears and was unable to say good luck to anyone but Tay, or whatever she called it. Tay, Tails, whatever. But, so that's why it was such a rude awakening for her, because I think things usually go her way in her life.
Yeah.
Just guessing.
Do you think Jay is attractive?
Yeah.
You do?
Way more than Taylor.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. But this is the kind of thing, a person's personality makes them more attractive, whereas someone super handsome like Taylor becomes less attractive.
Quickly become less attractive.
Is that something that only girls experience?
Yes.
Really?
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh my god, that's so depressing.
I know. Guys
so looking at a female, she doesn't become more or less attractive to you depending on her personality?
Yeah, I would just say to a lesser extent than it is for girls with guys, I think. Okay. Yeah.
That's enlightening.
Guys are visual creatures, that's the excuse we use, but I don't know.
Excuses.
It's biological.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, I've gone out with guys who at first I found attractive, and then you get to know them, and you're like, I don't think so.
Yeah, that can kind of happen, but I just think a lesser extent, guys are more willing to I think girls can do that. She has
a crappy personality, but look at her.
Girls can do that too, I think. They can be like, true. He's a dummy, but he's really hot, and I'm going to marry him.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, some girls,
it goes both ways.
It goes both ways. You're right about that.
Jay, I think, might be getting a little bit of a winner's edit, perhaps. He's got the crying scene. He's like, us millennials get a bad rap.
Boy, he really harps on the millennial thing.
No, they got Ken in on the Gen X. They got Jay hooked on the millennials.
I kind of wish those 2 would work together.
Yeah, that'd be
But I think Jay has a chip on his shoulder about Ken being more handsome than him. Did you watch that secret scene?
No.
It was really fun. His secret scenes are gold.
Yeah, I think Jay's anti-Gen X too. He's all about millennials winning this thing.
And I see it biting him in the ass because I see the group going to the end being a conglomeration of both.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be one or the other.
Because the people at the bottom, the Adams and the Zekes, look where they ended up, and now they flipped it. Mm-hmm. And they're, in power positions in their tribes. They have Gen Xers on their side.
Yeah.
And who do the millennials have? Those 4 millennials have each other, and then you have Taylor and Michelle.
Taylor and Michelle. If they don't get Michelle out quick, I mean, because Taylor's definitely going back to the 4 Millennials.
Yeah.
And
Can we talk? Sorry, were you going to finish the thought?
No, not really.
I just wanted to talk a little bit about how. I mean, I've been predicting Figgy was going to go home for weeks, but how awfully she played this week in this episode. Like, she made so many boneheaded mistakes.
Yeah.
That she deserved to go home.
Yeah.
Not just because she annoyed everybody, but she sucked.
Yeah.
In every way you can suck at the game.
I think the biggest one was when Michelle came in during the reward challenge. Was it Michelle came in?
Well, they all came in, but she saw Michelle.
Michelle came in with they're the ones that walked in, and Figgy saw them, and she was excited.
Probst called her right out on it.
Yeah. And basically showed her cards, right? She's like, and then to make matters worse, she specified who she was excited to see. She said, I'm excited to see Michelle, not Zeke, you know.
See, the right answer would have been, oh, I'm just happy my Millennials are okay.
My Millennials.
And people would have been like, oh, well, that makes sense. It's a numbers game. It still would have been like...
But she's like, oh, my ally, Michelle.
And she said, oh, I just really like Michelle, when that's code for Michelle's on my side.
Yeah.
I don't know if she really likes her, but...
Like,
she saved my ass one week.
I feel like there was this discussion in the tribal council along those lines where it was like, we just really like each other. It doesn't mean we vote together. Didn't they kind of like go down that road a little bit where they were saying, you know, oh, we just like each other. It doesn't mean we're a pair that votes together.
But they also said that we're always going to vote together. we're just a couple that's going to vote together. So are they.
Yeah, okay, they said that, yeah.
And it's like, you don't know what's going to happen between Ken and Jessica, but your bond is something deeper, supposedly.
Yeah. Now we know better.
Now we know. Some information has come to light about Figtails.
Yeah.
But
yeah. So just terrible gameplay by Figgy.
And the challenge, she lost both the challenges for her tribe.
Yep, the first one.
First one was the worst.
I think it was like on the puzzle.
Yeah, Ken was doing the puzzle blindfolded, so she had to tell him how to do it. She had to
tell him how the puzzle goes.
Yeah.
And she couldn't.
And I watched a secret scene of Ken too, and he's like, I was expecting some intricate design, but it was just a giant bat and a moon. And she couldn't tell me how to do it. It was funny.
Oh, it was a bat and a moon?
It was just a bat and like the moon behind him.
Well, that's interesting that choice of a visual. I'm just wondering like what that symbolized.
Yeah, was it Halloween? Maybe they knew the episode would air right before Halloween.
Maybe they did. I don't know. That's interesting.
I don't know. Or maybe they just have a lot of bats.
Yeah, I guess. And then she screwed up the
maze.
Well, she didn't. She had a partner. It was Jessica.
Yeah, and the other and Michaela was helping Zeke and Michelle.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So it's not totally her fault. The more egregious of the two was the first one.
Yeah, that's another bad move I think Michaela made, is being so blatant about.
That's just who she is.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, she's not gonna curb who you are, and a huge part of playing Survivor is curbing your personality to mesh with other people's. And if you can't do it, she might be someone who gets close to the end. I don't think she gets a whiff of the final tribal council.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people, former players, will probably tell you, be who you are in Survivor, but
not people who won.
I don't know if that's the best advice. I don't know. I mean, winners say that too, but I don't think they understand how that can be a bad thing.
But see, I've heard such variations on it, like you...
Be yourself,
but... you can get... Like Tyson would say, someone will suggest someone you want to go home, and it's not necessarily the person you want out, but at certain points you have to be like, okay, I'm fine with getting that person out.
Yeah.
Whereas some people will hammer home, no, we need to get this person out.
Yeah. I think what the better advice is play your style of game. Play the style of game that fits who you are. Like, don't go out, if you're not Russell Hantz, don't go out and try to play like Russell Hantz.
Right. No, be yourself, but soften the edges.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Be smart.
Yeah, because it's not always going to mesh with what other people
For sure. Anything else you want to talk about? I think we pretty much hit these bullet points, and we're at about 20 minutes.
Okay, well, let's just do our predictions and MVPs.
Okay, MVP for the episode.
I had Adam just because I was happy he got rid of Figgy.
And then I think I said Ken because he...
So handsome?
Handsome.
No, you had a reason. I don't remember what it was.
Because he's so handsome, yeah. No, it was like because he... maybe pushed Adam over the edge to make a decision.
By swearing such loyalty.
Maybe Adam didn't quite have his mind made up, and Ken roped him in.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Taylor and Figgy should have been working on Adam the whole time.
Yeah.
They should, if they were smart game players, they should have seen he wasn't in our group. So chances are, if you've watched any season of Survivor, the person in the middle can go wherever they want. It happens every season. Mm-hmm. So if you don't see that he could leave you, and why wouldn't he? Because you didn't treat him well when he was over there.
Yeah.
At least in the game.
Didn't Taylor say something, though, where he was like, Adam could go with Ken and Jessica, but
if he's super secretly smart, he's like, but I don't think so.
I don't think he's that smart enough to do that.
Yeah. And I think Figgy was under the impression that because Adam wrote her name down, she was the wronged party. And so Adam was going to do whatever he had to do to, get back with Figgy. Because that's the Figgy way of thinking. Not that I know her, but I know people like her.
In the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the game.
Yeah. She's probably very nice outside of the game.
All right.
All right. Well, predictions for next week.
Like I said, I think there might be another swap. I'm just going by Cambodia rules, where they went from 2 to 3. You can't merge from 3, so I think they're going to go back to 2.
Okay.
But you and I talked last week, or the podcast that you can't hear, about how we like the dynamics of the tribes they have now.
Yeah.
And so I don't know if they'll do that.
I don't want them to switch, so I'm going to say they're not. I'm going to say they're not going to switch, and Michelle goes home in the one tribe. Because I just don't want another swap. I like the dynamics.
Yeah.
But I'm probably...
I think originally I predicted maybe Hannah goes home, but I think I'm with you. I think Michelle's in trouble.
Okay. What about if there is a swap? How
do you predict? I think Zeke and Adam are...
maybe in more trouble because of that?
I think...
maybe some idol play next week?
Well, there's 3 idols out there. Certainly possible.
Yes.
Jay, Adam, David. Oh, we forgot to talk about how half the women have already been wiped out.
Yeah, that's true.
9 guys and 5 girls.
Guy power.
I guess so.
My boys are holding it down.
They really are.
Yeah, it'll even out.
If there's a swap,
I mean, Sunday...
I'm going to predict someone like Sunday, boring Sunday Hannah. But I don't want another girl to go.
No, I mean, Sunday, I was going to say Sunday, Michaela... maybe, who else is there, though, for women?
Hannah.
Who else?
Michelle.
Who else?
Jessica.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to say Sunday, Michaela, and Jessica are making the merge, so I think they'll hold it. They'll hold it down for the girls.
Yeah, they'll start, after the merge is when you start going after
the guys will start dropping, yep.
Yeah. Gosh, I don't know if there's a swap. It really could be anybody. I think I'll say... Hannah. I don't know. I always say Hannah. I don't know why. I just worry. She's just kind of fragile.
She's a pre-merge boot for sure.
She might be.
So I'll go with Michelle.
Michelle or Hannah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's it. Hopefully the sound on this one works. And
maybe next time we'll need to learn sign language so we can just do it. Not that everybody can read that.
Yeah.
But maybe we should all learn.
Yeah, we should. All right, well, thanks for watching / listening, and we'll see you guys in a few days for episode 7.
Woohoo!
All right, have a good one.
Bye.